what's new? How is the world treating you? You haven't changed a bit.
Hello everyone, it's Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com and .co here in Lewis Beach, Delaware. Welcome to our Genos Tyros Song of the Week and Buttons class. This week we have a tune, What's New? And it's a great big band ballad, and you're going to see a few tricks and tips in this video on altering your style and also how to grab a preset sound and put it in your OTS. So that's going to be pretty interesting too. We're also going to talk a little bit about the harmony arpeggiator button, because there's a setting there as well that I'm going to be doing on this song. So let's take a look at the music real quick, and there are some grace notes in here to make it sound really good. And the chords, quite a nice little chord selection that I've added into this particular song. So let's take a look at the music for What's New. Okay, so we're using the 40s swing ballad in both the Genos and Tyros, and I've got the tempo at 78 on that. And of course we're going to start out with variation A. We're going to go to variation B the second time through, and I've got that marked right on the music for you. And there's some really nice grace notes in here as well that I put in, and you're going to see that as well on page 2 of the music. And I think you'll enjoy playing the song the way I've got it laid out. So let's get started now and take a look at the chording on this song, and we'll do a close-up of the chords. Okay, so we've got C major 7 to E flat 7. Leave that little finger down, just move the other fingers. A flat 7 to A flat 6 to G7 to your C minor 7. Right to your F minor 7, 2-finger move to G7, and there are the chords on the first page until we get to the D7, and then we go to the bridge. F major 7 and A flat 7 to D flat 6 to C7, and then we're going to B flat minor 7. Once again, it's very similar to the other move that we did. Move just those 3 fingers to get to from your F7 to your B flat minor 7. Okay, before we get to the settings and sounds, this is a little trick and a tip that you're going to find very nice. Now, on this 40s swing ballad, listen to intro 3 real quick and you'll hear the clarinet. Well, I wanted to change something up there versus having a clarinet. Now this is how you can alter styles, and I'm going to make a separate video on this. If you exit out and go into your mixer, and I actually have that programmed into one of my assignable buttons because I do this once in a while. You want to put it on style 1, and you'll see there's a clarinet there in phrase 1, and you can hear it. Let's put the intro on, it'll work better. Alright, the first thing you can do is turn it off completely, and now listen to the intro. So it changes that intro quite a bit. I'm going to put it back on. This time I'm going to hit the clarinet, the romantic clarinet there, and it's going to take me to romantic clarinet. And I'm going to push brass, and I'm going to push muted trumpet. Now I'm going to exit back out, and you can see on this phrase 1 the trumpet has replaced the clarinet. Let's listen to the intro now. So not only can you turn it off, but you can change the instrument in any of these that are in here, and of course you just save it to your registration memory for that particular song, and you've got it down pat. And I'm going to also show you something real quick right now on the one-touch settings, and this is a little trick and a tip. I happen to know that on one of my banks, Bank 1A, I've got my Glenn Miller sound programmed into number 9. So when I go to that bank, now I'm going to try and go to the bank. It's not going to let me because it wants to know if I want to save this bank because I made some changes in it. So that's a safety net. Bank 5 comes up because that's where I'm at now. Save here, Bank 5, okay, overwrite, yes, okay, I'm there. Now I can go to my other banks, and on 1A I've got Glenn Miller here. Now it says 40s swing ballad. Mine is going to of course be the name of the song because I'm changing OTS. All you have to do now is press freeze on the 40s swing ballad, and you can take your Glenn Miller sound right now, and you can hit memory and one of your OTS settings, and guess what? You just took one of your favorite sounds and put it in OTS for the 40s swing ballad. But in my case, since you save OTS, if you watch that video, when I go to Bank 5 here, Bank 5, and push 1, you see What's New comes up, and I'm sure you've watched my saving to OTS video to learn how to do that. But that's how to steal another one-touch setting and put it into your one-touch setting. You can steal one of your big bands or any sound that you like just by using the freeze button first on that 40 swing ballad. Okay, so for What's New on OTS 1, I have the CFX Ambient Grand and Music Box. Now I'm going to show you in a second the right hand and why I chose Ambient Grand, and also talk about the Harmony Arpeggiator button when I move over to my right hand. So I've got the CFX Ambient Grand and the Music Box, and the volumes there are 127 on the Ambient Grand and 70 on the Music Box. On number 2, I have a Romance Clarinet, and I've got that volume at 127. I'm only using 3 variations here, so 3 OTSs. This is where I have my Glenn Miller sound programmed into my OTS 3 setting, which is the clarinet, sweet tenor sax, and warm swing horns. And the volumes are 100, 100, and 90 on that. So I'm only going to be using variation A, B, and C. And the reason being is on variation D it's a walking bass, and I don't want a walking bass. I want a swing bass throughout the entire song. Okay, now on the right hand, when I play What's New, a lot of times I do an octave here in the beginning. So if you want that effect, all you have to do is hit your direct access and your harmony arpeggiator. And of course, if you have yours set up like mine, I have the shortcut in my assignable to get to this page. And you want to go on harmony and just put on octave. And now when you're playing the one notes, there's your two notes. So you're getting two notes instead of one note there, which is really, really pretty nice. Okay, so here we go with What's New. There you go. That little muted trumpet makes that sound pretty nice, and you get away from that same intro all the time in that ballad. Okay, so there you go. You learned a little bit about your Genos today, and your Tyros, of course. Those features are on both units. I hope you enjoyed What's New. Tomorrow I'll be releasing a more in-depth video on altering styles, and I think you're going to find it really interesting what I've done with some of the other styles where I've deleted and taken out instruments and even replaced them. So I think you're going to enjoy that video. That'll be released tomorrow. So if you do want to take my Song of the Week and Buttons class lesson, keep in mind everybody can get my free chord chart. Just email me at tyrosmike@hotmail.com. Now I do have genosmike@hotmail.com, but I can't put you into my main group of emails unless you email me at tyrosmike@hotmail.com. That's where I keep a list of everyone, just so I didn't have to do a lot of transferring and things like that. You can purchase the book bundles on our website, and you do get one of my memory sticks with that bundle, which has my settings for the songs that we've done so far, changing OTSs. It also has my registration banks on there. And that's a little bit different from the USB stick that you get when you purchase your Genos. That's a much larger stick with literally thousands of dollars of files and songs on them and things like that. So that makes it nice too. And we hope you enjoyed What's New this week. And until next time, this is Mike Mixon at Keyboardamerica.com and .co saying have a great day, keep playing, see you soon.